Okay, here we are. Welcome to my stream. Another Tuesday, another great event organized by race.com and David DeGreef. This is the U.S., I guess they call it the U.S. Club. Basically, it's because of the time zone. It's mostly U.S., let's say, North America, South America, and a few others. We have Calvin White from across the pond. We also have J.P. Miranda, and I think a couple of more that are not actually in the U.S., but have managed to stay up late, get up early, whatever, to join us. And we thank you and we welcome you. So here we have the Porsche GT3 Cup cars at Red Bull Ring. Should be a really good race to watch and to watch. Seems like we have a nobody's out on the track, I guess, or I've lost my feed. Oh, don't tell me that's what's happened. Well, anyway, let's just continue on here. We have about 5 more seconds before the race starts. Okay, here we go. Getting ready. Everybody's ready. Watch. Seems like we have a nobody's out on the track, I guess, or I've lost and they're off. I'm sorry. I had feedback from another feed. Anyway, that was my own voice I was hearing. Have a great mix-up on the first corner, but Bach is out in the lead. White is second. Slitton third. Gardner is fourth. And Prochnow fifth. Griffall sixth. And looks like most everybody got through the first turn, in spite of a little mix-up. Nice battle here for... Oh, big crash in the back of the field. Looks like Griffall. Not sure who else. Griffall, Conley were involved in that. Anyway, back at the front, we do have Dan Bach in the lead, followed by Calvin White, Brett Gardner in P3, pushing real hard for P2. And then we have Cale Slitton, P4. P5 is Prochnow and P6 is Miranda. So we're off to a good start. My goodness. Putting a little distance between P6 and P7. Here we're riding along with Brett. Oh, White took a torpedo in there. Got first place for Bach. And Gardner, I think, was planning a similar move, but hesitated just a second, and White took advantage of that. So we've had one lead change since the lead was actually established. And I don't believe that is over. The battle for #1 spot. Oh, somebody went off in the... I believe that was I don't want to say, but I don't know for sure. Yes, it was Slitten. These three are having a close battle for P1. It is actually a three-way battle. Gardner looking on the outside, be the inside on this corner, and gets the spot from Bach. It's a nice move by Gardner. I believe Bach is maybe going to try to get that back in the near future if he can keep up. I know we missed it, but our Gardner did get the pole. Bach was 2 and White was 3. So we pretty well got that combination of drivers in the front. We're riding along with Brett Gardner in the Intel Porsche. I believe that is number 20. Yes. And Calvin is out front, the number 40, Monster. Oh, what happened there? Looks like Buck missed I think maybe he missed his braking point and caused a little mishap there. It's too bad. That put almost changed the order, but it didn't. So Gardner went a little wide, giving Bach P2. These cars can be kind of finicky, and if you can tame it, you've got a wonderful vehicle under your control. And if you can't, you have a frustrating vehicle under your control. But good battle for the lead. Oh, dive inside by Gardner. Is he gonna make it? I believe he got the position. P2 puts Bach back to P3. Bach went a little wide on that corner, I think. Well, I'm not going to speculate. I see somebody in the top 10 that I didn't realize was there. Ayrton Tobin. Nice drive. David DeGreef, Sean Mitchell, Matt Byers, is that right? Matt Byers. And 10th spot, Larry Foster. So that's our top 10. As you can see in the standings listing on the upper left of the corner of the screen. Looks like Gardner's trying to size up White for a move. They've kind of left Bach. With a little separation. Here's a big pass. By Larry Foster to P9. Gets by Matt Byers. Gardner still trying for that #1 spot. Close. Right along with Myers now. I'm sorry. Gardner. Get my head straight. Get my head straight. Got Calvin. No. Got on that curb and spun a little. Lost the back end. Costly. That puts Gardner in the lead. Wait, I think I'm confused. Yes, Gardner is in the lead. Bach is in second. Pochnow is in third. And Miranda in fourth. Battle for P3. Get a little comparison here. Between the drivers. See how close they really are. Here we have about a half a second separation between P1 and 2. So Calvin was the one that lost the first place up there. White P7 now. Quite a ways back. I don't imagine he'll be able to catch them. Maybe pit strategy. There is a required pit stop in this race, which is 45 minutes. Must take at least 2 tires. That means, what that really means is you can't just stop and go. You can't just make a pit stop and go. You have to change some tires. So it will be an official pit stop. Anyway, battle for P3 here. This appears to be about our closest battle. And this battle is about 7 seconds behind second place. I'm sorry, behind the leader. Therefore, spin by Prochnow. Puts him back in the field, right in front of Calvin. Okay, the standings listing is showing the relationship to leader. I'm going to change that shows relative to the car in front. As soon as I find that. There we go. Now the timing should be in relation to the car ahead of it. So now we can see that White and Prochnow are only 3/10 of a second apart, almost 4, and that White has taken the position from Prochnow. So White is now in P6. And getting a little more separation due to a lost back end there on that corner. So that brings we have Mitchell, the next in line to try to get around Prochnow. Looks like we're 10 minutes into this race and having some pretty good battles already. Well, we had 19 starters out of 20 cars registered. We now have 18 on our roster. 3 cars apparently are doing their pit stop, or let's just make sure what's happening here. I see 3 of the cars off of the grid. Usually means they're in the pits or they have retired. So we'll see which it is for these cars. Come back out. Meanwhile, White is trying to chase down DeGreef. And we have Byers trying to chase down Mitchell. About 1.3 seconds separation there. Here it's a little closer, a little right around a second separation between DeGreef and White. I believe White has made up a little bit of time. Yes, White is slowly but surely catching DeGreef. DeGreef pulling over to try to break the slipstream. Half a second now, half a second separation. So White is rapidly catching DeGreef, you might say. Will he be able to make a pass? Cuts to the inside. I believe he will make the pass, yes. I think DeGreef gave him a little room there, being the gentleman driver he is. I don't mean to say he gave him the spot, he just gave him room, that if he was able to take it, he could. Big difference. And it appears as if Bach is getting some separation, pulling away a little bit. Did I say Bach? I'm sorry. I meant White. Oh, it's so confusing. This is our closest battle right now. White got a good run off of that last corner. Well, here we have Foster just past Kronk. And here we have Myers trying to catch Mitchell. Did Mitchell just pass him? Possibly. Possibly not. Anyway, this is a nice battle here. Less than a second separation. Although it looks like Mitchell is making a little separation happen. No? Yep. Nope. Nope. Hey, I think we lost Byers, I think, had an internet glitch for Mitchell. It's confusing because my readout here went a little nuts there, so I'm not sure exactly what happened. Let's get rid of the compare driver here and just go with single driver information. What I do know is that White is in 5th, DeGreef is in 6th, Prochnow in 7th, Byers 8th, Otis 9th, Urchena in 10th. Here we have White giving Tobin a run for his money. I don't know if Tobin expected him to get by there. Or he was trying to brake. There's somebody getting out of the way. .42. Scott Hall is actually a back marker now. White, whoa, almost got 4th. Went into that corner a little hot, and he might lose a position to DeGreef. has the inside here, but he slowed down, gave White some room. Didn't want to force the issue on that corner. I believe that White had a little bit of position on him there anyway, so. I believe that was Tobin that jumped off into the pits there. Yes, he is in the pits, making a pit stop, along with Prochnow and Byers coming in. So it wasn't Tobin. There's Prochnow out of the pits. Oh, good. Two identical cars. Here's DeGreef, not going into the pits. Although White did. Oh, sorry, that was Bach. And White. Okay. Making their pit stops. That leaves Gardner in the lead. JP Miranda, now P2. DeGreef, P3. Bach is P4 after his pit stop. White P7. So I'm sorry my readouts aren't telling me who has effectively made their pit stop. This is interesting because I've had that information on the past races. What has changed? Well, there was an update to race room. Possibly that information is not available, or they changed the way it was available, and the overlay is not picking it up for whatever reason. I'm guessing on pit stops. field is a little spread out now. When our closest battle is within 2 seconds of each other, that's a little spread. So this is Miranda, now in the lead. Byers going around Kronk. And I'm sorry, I get confused with Gronkowski, football player that has retired, but famous tight end anyway. I called him Gronk, so I keep trying to call Kronk Gronk, and I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that. It's just White trying to get by Larry Foster. Might make it here. Nope. Lost too much momentum. And we have Tobin behind the two, flashing his lights, saying, "Let me through." Here we have a kind of a dive one, but not too bad. That was a nice pass. So White now in P5. Tobin in the number 45 here, making a pretty good bid for P6. Looks like he got a good run off of that corner. He's not able to take advantage of it there. Oh, got it under control. Thirteen and a half minutes left. Well, I was trying to find some indication of who's pitted and who is not, only from memory, and knowing my memory, that's not too exact these days. Therefore, I won't be guessing. But I believe DeGreef and Miranda both need to make a pit stop. Possibly Gardner, but I believe he was in there. I'm sure Bach was. White. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Tobin got a little carried away there. It was a slow spin. So Miranda, P1. Tobin, I thought he was going into the pits there, but he did not. There's Crutch now. A little damage to the front of that car. Let's see where we stand on the track map. Oh, we're pretty well spread out. Pretty well spread out. We have first three positions with each other. Then there's a pretty good spread before P4. So the first three are right together. And then we pretty well spread out. So interesting. Well, let's see what's happening up front. We have DeGreef in P2. And he is almost 2.5 seconds behind P1. Who is Miranda. So these three positions, 1 through 3, are still together at the lead. Then we drop back quite a ways to Bach and P4. Kind of makes me believe these three have not made their pit stop yet. Just going by that. I'd kind of be surprised if they waited this long. Maybe they took them early and got the jump on people. Joe Kronk, I'm very sorry for messing up your name. I'll try to do better. I promise. So let's go back and see what's going on here. Here's our close battle. We have Marchena trying to catch Mitchell. Whoops. Mitchell's disappearing on us. I believe that might be net code. Or some internet problems on Mitchell's behalf. Cross the line in the same order. Oh, there's some damage on Mitchell. Looks like Marchena may take that, and maybe not. He should get him here. Yes. So that puts Marchena in P9. Mitchell back to P10. Meanwhile, let's check up front here. Got some damage on Gardner's. P3. Quite a bit of damage, actually. That's probably why he's not in the lead. Doing well for a ill handling car though, I'd have to say. Or maybe the damage is not parring him as much as it appears it should. Oh, pulls to the inside of DeGreef. Couldn't make it, couldn't make it. Let's look from the back of DeGreef, from the wing. Now we're riding with Gardner. To the inside. Can he hang on to it? He can. P2. Let's watch Prochnow and Tobin in a little battle. Looks like Prochnow has some damage. Tobin went wide there, giving Prochnow a chance for the overtake. Let's go back up and watch the boys fighting for the lead here. Miranda and Gardner. And DeGreef. All for P1. Gardner decides to go on the outside and try for an undercut here. Didn't work. Can you do it here? No, not close enough. Well, when I drive those things and I hit the curbs like that, I lose it. So I don't know how he's hanging on to it. Look at this race. Oh my goodness. Guys are having fun. Can you get him on the straight? No. Too much aero damage, I think. cut to the inside. But he'll be on the outside for this corner. Good. He may make work. Close. Pretty close. He's got the lead. Protects the inside. Good job. Gardner, P1. Close grouping here. Oh, DeGreef spins. And next to the last corner, is there enough space for him to get going again? I believe there might be. Still grab P3. There is a lap to go. I see him going in the background there. He lost about 9 seconds. Actually 10 seconds, but looks like he's made up a little bit of that. Gardner pulling away from Miranda now. A lot to be said for that clean air, even with a damaged car. It's coming up on another car. Back marker. And race is over. Congratulations to Gardner for the win. Gardner, Miranda, DeGreef, the podium winners. Hope you enjoyed that race. Sorry my commentary wasn't any better. But I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed bringing it to you. I enjoyed watching it. So with that, if you liked it, give it a like. If you really liked it and would like to see more of my sorry commentaries and so forth, join my channel and you'll be notified when I have another stream, probably next Tuesday, possibly this Saturday. I'm kind of planning on that. Still a little in the air, but I believe I'll be Saturday with Ross Garland's race that he has going. Anyway, with that, I thank you for watching. Hope you have a good night, and goodbye.